Hey, everybody, I'm Scott Weichel. You're listening to My Kind of Country on MKOCRadio.com. Always a pleasure to have this lady on the show. We did a real nice feature on her new album, Lucky 13, just a little while back. And since then, boy, she's been all over. She's been in Nashville. She's been on television. She's getting ready to do a big UK tour. And I'm so happy to have her back to visit with us tonight and talk about all this great stuff that's going on. Well deserved for her. This is Joni Harms. Joni, how are you tonight?
I'm great, Scott. Thanks for having me back. And yeah, it has been a little busy time since we last spoke. Lots of good things going on, and as you said, heading off to UK on Monday. We're going to be in England for first week, and then we'll go over to Ireland for a week, and then back over to England and Scotland to wrap up about a 3.5-week tour.
My gosh, that's so you're going to be busy.
Yeah. And then crazy me, I haven't had enough of that airplane travel, I guess, because about a week after I get home, I'm heading over to Australia.
Oh, my gosh, really?
So, yeah, oh, boy. But, you know, I mean, that one I have not quite as hectic of a tour. I've got a little bit of downtime to do some relaxation with some friends and maybe do some songwriting, and so that'll be fun. I love getting over there to the sunshine, especially as we go into fall here.
Well, that's fantastic. We've been getting a lot of requests for your music from Australia, so that makes sense. They're looking forward to having you over there.
Well, good. That's great to hear.
Absolutely. And my daughter is still listening to your music. She loves it, and I just, man, I'll tell you, we've had such a great time listening to you. We have your stuff in the car and just listening in the house. And of course,
man, that's great news. And then she got Olivia's CD too, right?
Yes, it's absolutely phenomenal. And I wanted to ask you about Olivia. You guys were in Nashville, and you did all sorts of great things with my good friend Jennifer Herron, and it looks like you had a wonderful time. Tell me about that fantastic trip.
Yeah, it was great. The first night, we didn't get in there on Sunday because Olivia and I both had gigs here, so we didn't get in till, I think it was about, it was 2 a.m. Monday morning when we got there, and so we drove to where we were staying, which took us about 45 minutes, hit the sack for about 2 hours, and then got up and went to WSM for a 6 a.m. interview on air there, and that was fun. And with it just come to life when you get to do things like that. So it was no big deal, but had every intention of calling it a day fairly early and getting some sleep on Monday night. And then Jennifer, bless her heart, said, "The Time Jumpers are playing tonight. We need to go down and see them." And so we said, "Well, sure, can't miss that." So we went down there, and lo and behold, they invited Olivia and I up to sing some music. And so, it's not every day you have Vince Gill singing harmony with you. So that was pretty cool. And we enjoyed that, and then just didn't stop there. Just kind of had a full-packed week with songwriting and several other interviews. And, we just jam-packed everything we could in there and had a great week. And both of us came home just in time to get to another gig on Saturday night. So,
oh my gosh.
We really love what we do, and that's a good thing, because if we didn't, it wouldn't be so good when we pour so much into a little bit of time.
Well, it's always fun going to Nashville, and there's so many great people. I absolutely love every time that we get down there, and they treat us just like family. And Jennifer and Bobby are some of the nicest people you ever have a chance to know.
Well, you know what? I have worked with them before, but this trip we hung out together and just, I think, left each other as really good friends who would just get together to hang out for the fun of it. And Bobby's a great songwriter, so he's actually writing some with Olivia, and I love his new album. And Jennifer, I don't think you could meet anybody any nicer or willing to help in any way that she can as much as her. She's great.
That's for sure, no doubt about that. Well, I watched a video of you and Olivia on the Portland KGW TV show, and you guys sang the song about Merle, and I have to tell you, you two sound so beautiful together. There's something about family harmony.
There really is, yeah. And I think she sounds good, but then again, she's my daughter, so But I appreciate you saying that. And the best part of it all, though, Scott, is that we just have so much fun together. And I feel truly blessed that I can be a mom that has a daughter that's 23 years old that likes to spend time with her mom. So sounds like you've got a pretty special young lady there too. And just there's nothing like getting to do stuff with your children, is there?
Absolutely. And my daughter, excuse me, my daughter enjoys the music, and we've gotten to do a lot of things together. And my son is 23 also, and the last few years I had my band together. He was playing drums for me, so I understand what you're saying about
so
that.
you totally get it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Oh, for sure. And she's going with me to the UK. We're leaving, like I said, on Monday. And so we'll get to go make some more memories there. And she's not been to Ireland before, so I can't wait to let her experience that.
Oh, wow. Now she is working on a new album too, right?
She is, yeah. And, you know, in fact, Bobby's coaching her a little bit on some of it. I think, you know, he and Jennifer are kind of taking her under their wing too. And so she'll be back. When I'm in Australia, she'll be back in Nashville again in October. And so that will be great. She's just mostly right now collecting songs, you know, writing as much as she can with as many great writers back there as she can. And then we'll probably collect 4 songs maybe first, and do a, you know, like 4-song demo with those. And then if nothing happens, we'll certainly finish out a full CD and release that on our own. But I think we're going to try to see if we can get any attention of the major labels and see if she can, you know, have a chance.
Well, that's great. Well, anything that I can do to help promote on my end, I'm here. You know that.
Well, thank you. That's very exciting and much appreciated. You bet.
Well, the new album is called Lucky 13. It's available at joniharms.com and, of course, Amazon and iTunes and all the wonderful places that we get our music these days. And Joni, one of the songs that we get a lot of requests for, and certainly my favorite on this project, is the song just simply titled Merle.
Well, that's nice to hear. You know, I mean, I really didn't know that was going to be something that as many people would enjoy as I've had come out of that song. But I can appreciate it and understand it because he was just such a legend and such a wonderful singer, songwriter, guitar player, everything, the whole package. And you know, I just never get tired of hearing his music. You know, there's some voices that. You know, after a little while, you say, well, I had enough of that for now anyway, and you want to change it. But I've never felt that way with him. I've always I could play Merle Haggard music all day long and just be happy as could be.
Me too.
So, you know, I knew that I needed to do a tribute to him, just felt it in my heart and my gut. And so I, you know, started that song and really did a little bit of research on him and found out a few things that I didn't know about him. And then Hobo Jim Verhulst was coming out to spend some time at the ranch and do some songwriting with me, and I thought, you know, this is such a special song, and Hobo is such a great writer. I think I'm going to share it with him. And so, of course, he loved the idea, too, and then we just finished the song together. And he came up with some little extra things that I probably wouldn't have. And so that's the neat thing about co-writing, you know. You can certainly do it by yourself, but sometimes that old saying that 2 heads are better than one is a true fact.
That's very true. And every song on this album you either wrote or co-wrote. I think that is just stellar.
Well, thank you. And it's not because I wouldn't record anybody else's music, Scott. I always like to make sure people know that. It's just I enjoy writing so very much. And also, I guess I think it's like for Alan Jackson or a lot of the people that, you know, write their own music and sing it, I think it comes across even stronger because it's a message that you came up with, you know, and so you really put everything you got into sharing it the right way with the listeners.
Well, it's a good way for people to really get to know who you are as an artist. You know, when you're writing your own material, it kind of takes you on, you know, on that musical journey, and people really get to know you that much more.
Well, it's fun because I've had people say that same thing, and you know, I think they know what they're going to get when they get a Joni Harms record. It's like you're going to hear probably just something very similar to what the last CD you had was, just different songs, but definitely a similar style.
Absolutely. Well, there's a duet on this album, and it's called "I Can See It in Your Eyes" with Danny Sheeran. And the Sheeran family is a very important part of your music, and I absolutely love the live album that you did with them too. By the way, tell me a little bit about those guys and how you all got together.
Well, Well, I'm really looking forward to experiencing a tour again with them. The whole time we're over in Ireland, Livy and I will be playing with them, and we've got like 5 shows together. So, and she's never met them, of course, and so that's going to be so exciting to watch her get to perform with that great band, because they are just fantastic. And you know, the funniest part is that when I first heard from Tom Sheeran, who plays the fiddle on the record, he said, Joni, I see you're going to be over in Norway, and my folks are getting ready to have a 50th wedding anniversary, and we were just wondering if there'd be any chance, because they're big fans of yours, if you would come over and do a surprise celebration for their 50th with our family band. And I thought, at that point, I'd never been to Ireland before, and I said, well, that sounds like fun. And the 50th wedding anniversary surprise really intrigued me, but I thought, I wonder what this family band is. And then I got there, and man, they just blew me away. I thought because they're really, you know, there's wonderful musicians in Nashville, but they don't, you know, the Sheerans don't have to have anything less. They are equally as good as a lot of the players that I've had the opportunity to work with in Nashville. And the great thing is you know, they love traditional country music in Ireland, and these guys just really put their heart and soul into working with me and, you know, making the best music they possibly can. So we, after that first initial time that I went over to play for the 50th wedding anniversary, I've gone back now, I think 5 times, and we did the live album together, as you said, and then we did the Lucky 13 in Des Sheeran's new studio. And I just really feel like I'm part of the family, and we just have a great time together.
Well, that is fabulous. Well, you've looks like you got a lot of great dates coming up over there, and folks can go to joniharms.com, and all of your tour dates are listed there. So my listeners over there in Ireland in that area, make sure you go take a chance and see Joni. You're going to absolutely love the show.
Yes, please. That'd be great.
Absolutely, and we certainly get a lot of requests from there as well. And we love the album. We're going to keep right on playing it, and of course, so many of your great other albums that we have too. We've got your whole collection that you were nice enough to send, and so we got them on the air for you.
Scott, thank you very much. That means the world to me. And Olivia and I are still working on the duets album as well. So as soon as we get that done, which should be sometime this fall or early New Year, we will get you a copy of that as well.
Well, looking forward to it. And I'd love to have you both on the show again, too. That would be fantastic. And certainly wish you safe travels, and looking forward to hearing all about it when you get back.
Okay, Scott, thanks so much for having me, and we will definitely report in when we get back.
All right, that sounds great. Joni Harms, Lucky 13 is the name of the album. JoniHarms.com is the place you can go to get it, and of course at Amazon and iTunes. And Joni is also on Facebook at Joni Harms Music, and give her a like on there and keep track of the goings on. And we're going to play some songs from this great album for you right now as we continue with My Kind of Country here on MKOCRadio.com. Joni, thank you again.
Thank you, Scott.